Hey kids, welcome to Kids Track Online. We are so excited that you joined us today. Are you excited for this week's video? Because I know I am. Here we go. Welcome to Silly Songs with Sarah, where Sarah sings a silly song.
Hey guys, welcome to Kids Track Online. I'm so excited that I can be here in your living room. I hope you guys have a lot of fun with me today. But first, what I need you to do is just like all the other times, I need you to get up, I need you to move around, I need you to do this, and say, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, yes. I saw you parents in the back wanting to do it too. I saw you. All right. So, this first song that I'm going to do, I need you to participate. Otherwise, it would be super lame. It would be like me standing in an auditorium with nobody there, and it's just me doing it. That would be crazy. But I need you guys to participate. So, all right, so the first song, you have to stand very, very straight. Take a deep breath, and you gotta be a penguin. So it is a silly song that you need to repeat after me. Well, no, you don't repeat after me. You just say it with me. Sing it along with me. And then you gotta do the motions that I'm doing too. And the song repeats itself a lot, so you'll figure it out. Whoa.
That's so scary.
Is it still going?
Yeah.
That's not thunder. Nuh-uh. I bet it's like wind or something. That was really long. All right, so everyone's standing really straight, and they have their back straight and their mouths happy. And we're gonna sing this song, and you gotta sing the song with me. You're gonna learn the words really fast, like really fast. And then you're gonna do the motions with me, okay? So let's do this. Have you ever seen a penguin come to tea? Take a look at me. A penguin you will see. Penguins, attention. Penguins, begin. Have you ever seen a penguin come to tea? Take a look at me. A penguin you will see. Penguins, attention. Penguins, begin. Have you ever seen a penguin come to tea? Take a look at me. A penguin you will see. Penguins, attention. Penguins, begin. Have you ever seen a penguin come to tea? Take a look at me, a penguin you will see. Penguins, attention, penguins begin. Have you ever seen a penguin come to tea? Take a look at me, a penguin you will see. Penguins, attention, penguins begin. Have you ever seen a penguin come to tea? Take a look at me, a penguin you will see. Penguins, attention, penguins begin. Have you ever seen a penguin come to tea? Take a look at me, a penguin you will see. Penguins, attention! Penguins dismiss and fall on the ground. Okay, all right. That was some pretty cool beans. Now we're gonna go to another song. This is a repeat after me song.
This is a repeat after me song.
And a do as I do song.
And a do as I do song.
There was a great big moose.
There was a great big moose.
He liked to drink a lot of juice.
He liked to drink a lot of juice.
There was a great big moose.
There was a great big moose.
He liked to drink a lot of juice.
He liked to drink a lot of juice.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
The moose's name was Fred.
The moose's name was Fred.
He liked to drink his juice in bed.
He liked to drink his juice in bed.
The moose's name was Fred.
The moose's name was Fred.
He liked to drink his juice in bed.
He liked to drink his juice in bed.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
He drank his juice with care.
Drank his juice with care.
But he spilled it in his hair.
But he spilled it in his hair.
He drank his juice with care.
He drank his juice with care.
But he spilled it in his hair.
But he spilled it in his hair.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Now Now he's a sticky moose.
Now he's a sticky moose.
He's a moose that's full of juice.
He's a moose that's full of juice.
Yeah, he's a sticky moose.
Oh, he's a sticky moose.
He's a moose that's full of juice.
He's a moose that's full of juice.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh. Way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh. Way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, 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 way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh.
Way-oh, way-oh.
Yeah!
Hey!
Air high five.
Hey!
Hey everybody, welcome to a new Kids Track Online video. You guys are here in my house, in the Glick household, and I'm going to tell you guys a story today. So, hopefully Miss Joy and Miss Lydia won't be yelling at each other upstairs. That would be bad. But today we're going to be reading in Matthew in the Bible. And we're going to be reading the parable. Oh wait, no. Yes. Okay, we're going to be reading The Rich Young Man. It is Matthew 19:16. So what happens in this is there's this rich young person, and this man comes up to Jesus, and he's like, Jesus, oh my goodness, I'm so excited to see you. Like, so tell me, what is the good deed that I have to do to get into heaven? Teacher, you're here. Wonderful, wonderful. I am a rich person. I am here to henceforth, hitherto, know what it is I must do in order to reach heaven. And not only heaven, but perfection. I must be good, unequivocally, undeniably. Everyone must know that I am good, 'cause I'm rich. What good deed must I do in order to have eternal life? 'Cause you see, this man, thought that you needed to do works and to get into heaven. He thought that if I can do enough, then Jesus will love me, or if I can do enough, then God will accept me and I can go into heaven. And so that's what he was thinking. So he came up to Jesus and he was like, I'm very good at doing things, so it'll be very good, right, if there's something for me to do. And what Jesus said really surprised him. Why do you ask me what is good? There is only one who is good. If you wish to have life, keep the commandments. Jesus answered him. He said, why are you asking me what is good? Because there's only one who is good. And who he was talking about is God. God is the only one who is good. We can all try to be good, but that doesn't mean we are good. We are only good because of what Jesus did for us, because of our faith in him. And that's what makes us good. So Jesus was kind of being like, excuse me, Mr. Rich Man, you can't be good. You may act good, but God is the only one who is good. And then the rich man answered. He was like, oh, I see. Well, which commandments do be specific in order that I may please you very well? And so he answered him with a bunch of different commandments. You shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness, honor your father and mother, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself. And then the rich man was like, Pasha, I already got those covered, Jesus, you don't gotta do anything more for me. But my golly gaskets, I have done all these, I have kept every of these commandments, but what still do I lack? I've got him covered. What more do I need to do? What should I do? And so then Jesus said to him, if you would be perfect, sell all that you have and give it all to the poor, and then take up your cross. Come and follow me. He said you need to take everything that you have. Because even though maybe the rich man didn't say, hey, Jesus, I'm a rich man, how are you? Jesus knew that he was a rich man because Jesus knows all things, and he saw right through that man. He said, you're a rich dude, aren't you? Because God told him. And so he told this rich man, he was like, Mr. Rich Man, You need to sell everything that you own, everything that you possess, and you need to leave that life behind. You need to leave everything behind, and you need to come and follow me. Because that rich man couldn't hear that he didn't need to do anything at that point. He needed to hear, what do I need to do? And so if he would have gone with Jesus, he would have learned that there isn't anything you can do in order to be good. There is only Jesus who is good, and he's the only one that we can have faith in. And when we have faith in God and Jesus, then he makes a way for us to get into heaven. We don't make that way. God makes that way for us, and we just walk in it. And so when this rich man heard that, he was like, oh, what? No. Oh, sell all that I have. But I am all that I have. All of my good things. I have done good things in order to be rich, in order to have the most. Indeed. I can't do this. He was like, I really like all my rich stuff, so no thank you. I'm gonna continue on in my way, and sorry, but that's too far for me. He was pretty much like, Jesus, I'm gonna be good, and I'm gonna follow you up until this point, and past this point, no more. And that is not true surrender. That's not actually doing what's right. That's not really following God. And so then the disciples were like, oh, teacher, who then can be saved? Whoa, what's going on here? And Jesus answered, or he was telling them, he was like, guys, listen. Yes, my dear disciples, listen up here. Indeed, it is very difficult for a man or woman who is rich to enter the kingdom of heaven. In fact, it's so difficult because rich people are very consumed by everything that they have on this earth. They're consumed by their toys. They're consumed by their cars, by their houses, by everything they have on this earth. And that's all they care about. Don't you know that this is not our home? That earth is not our home, but heaven is. And that is where we want to prepare for, not hoarding a lot of stuff on this earth. Indeed, I say to you that it is so difficult for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. It's like a camel passing through the eye of a needle. Yes, I'm showing you, my disciples. Yes. And indeed, it does seem impossible. You are correct. But with man, this is impossible. But with God, all things are possible. This man it's going to be really hard for him to get into heaven because he's so focused on things on this earth. In fact, it'll be so hard for him to get into heaven. It'll be like a camel, you know, those like 3-humped animals and the big long necks, and they live out in like Egypt, and they're like, ooh, they look really funny. They would have to get through the eye of a needle. Let's see if I can, there we go. There's the eye of the needle. Isn't that crazy small? How I can't even fit through there. How could a camel who's super a lot bigger than me, how could he fit through there? And so obviously the disciples were like, that's impossible, Jesus. How, if this rich man who is so good, like everyone looks at him and they're like, what a good guy. He's awesome. If that guy can't get into heaven, then how are we going to get into heaven? We're not very good as it is. Like, we can't buy our way into anything. Back then, people bought their ways into a lot of things. They were like, oh, I did something bad. I'm not going to pay for it. I mean, people do that nowadays too, but... And so anyways, so then the disciples were like, what are we going to do? That's impossible. And then Jesus looked at them so kindly and he said, guys, through man, this is impossible, but through God, all things are possible. And when he was saying all things, he's talking about getting to heaven. He's talking about being with God, because sometimes it feels impossible, or sometimes it feels like the way is really difficult and we can't figure it out. We can't figure out how to talk to God. We can't figure out how to connect with him. And we can say, oh, look at that person. They're connecting with God, but I'm not connecting with God. Sometimes it feels impossible. But in those moments, we have to remember that for man, for you, it is impossible, but it's not about you and it's not about man. It's about God. It's about what He has done for you. It's about the way that God has made for you to walk in it. And that's your choice today. Are you going to walk in that way that Jesus has made for you? And are you going to pursue God? And are you going to let Him pursue you? Or are you going to be like the rich man? And are you going to be like, I want more of this. I want more of that. I can't give up that because that's too much. Or are you going to give up your heart and give up your life to Jesus? So that's the lesson for today. I hope you guys are doing awesome. And if you guys need any support or anything, please let us know here at Dove Westgate. We're here for you guys. And yeah, I don't want you to feel like you need to sell everything you have unless God says, do this. But He's not going to. I don't think He's going to do that, because God is a good Father and He's very kind, and He knew that that's what that man specifically needed to do. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's what you specifically need to do. We just have to have wisdom with stuff like that. So yeah, see you guys around. See you soon.